We have labor management cooperation efforts at the county level. We have it also at the state level. I'd like to introduce now Bernie Kotlier, who heads up our statewide IBEW and NECA Labor Management Cooperation Committee. He is going to make an introduction of a good friend of ours from PG&E. Bernie?
Thank you, Victor. There are many people here we'd like to recognize. We don't have time to recognize. I'm going to be introducing Lori from PG&E in a moment, but first of all, I'd like to say that we have had tremendous support and cooperation over the years from the California Energy Commission, the California Public Utilities Commission, and our investor-owned utilities and municipal utilities. It's, once again, impossible to name all those people, but I would be remiss if I didn't recognize a few very special people who are here today. First of all, Commissioner Emeritus from the California Public Utilities Commission, Diane Grunick. Diane, would you please stand up? Diane is known as the mother of energy efficiency in our state. Thank you, Diane. Also, we're very fortunate to have here one of our newest energy commissioners, Janaea Scott. Janaea, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for coming. Also, would like to recognize all the other members of the Energy Commission, the Public Utilities Commission, our investor-owned utilities, and our municipal utilities. All of you who are here today, please stand and be recognized. My distinct pleasure to introduce Lori Giamona. Lori is the Vice President for Customer Service for Pacific Gas and Electric. She is a Bay Area native, and she's very dedicated to the community. Lori currently serves on the board of directors for the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Northern California, and is an executive board member and mentor chair for Women in Cable Telecommunications California chapter. Lori Giamona.
Well, what a day. PG&E is thrilled to be part of this grand opening event with the IBEW Local 595 and the Northern California chapter of the National Electrical Contractors Association and our honorable city and state. This is a wonderful story of a great partnership in California. Over the past 35 years, Californians have saved over $56 billion in energy efficiency, and really focused on energy efficiency buildings, energy efficiency codes, appliances, and standards in utility programs. In 2013, the State of the Union address by President Barack Obama addressed energy efficiency. His goal is in 20 years that we'll be cutting energy wasted by our homes and businesses by half. I think California is well on its way to exceed that. And PG&E is proud to have partnered on this state-of-the-art facility which shows California and our nation that we can meet the President's aggressive goal. I think one thing, being a native to California and watching the growth of California over the years, that is remarkable about this facility and really becomes a standard in which businesses can operate is that this was not a build-to-suit. This was a building that was retrofitted. And I think this is going to serve as an example for business across California to show that you don't have to start from a brand new building. You can take an existing facility, and this facility is going to stand as a teaching opportunity for us to do this throughout California. Now, this type of achievement does not happen simply by putting up some great-looking solar panels or having windmills out in the valley. This is really about requiring dedication to innovation, to really thinking about energy differently and thinking about how we can serve buildings and how we can serve homes and residents very differently. Requires vision, and a real vision for the future. And what I'm most excited about, and we're excited about to be partnering in this is really pioneering technology, and technology that we can not only leverage throughout the state, but really be a showcase for the nation. In addition to our partnership and design of this facility, our relationship with Zero Net Energy Center will continue through the sharing of our curriculum and materials developed by our educational center around smart grid technology and integrated demand-side management. We are committed to working with organizations like IBEW and NECA in support of advanced training, and we are confident that this center is really going to serve California in ways that we've not seen, in new ways of energy leadership. And this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful example, as I said, for the rest of the nation. Innovation and collaboration are core to progressing California's already successful model of energy efficiency. The Zero Net Energy Center is a landmark of what the next generation of sustainable design should look like, and PG&E is grateful to be part and partnership of this wonderful opportunity to not only be part of this building, but to help really further our education and further our innovators of the future. So congratulations, and thank you for allowing us to be part of this, and we look for what's to come. Thanks.
And I'd like to bring our good friend Dan Geiger up from the U.S. Green Building Council up to speak. Thank you. Let's give a warm welcome.
Thank you, Victor. I'm very honored and proud to be here today representing the U.S. Green Building Council and to join our brothers and sisters with the IBEW and NECA and the distinguished guests and everyone who's here today. This is a very special moment. I do a lot of presentation, but this one really means a lot. Absorbing everything that's been said here, recalling what Senator Corbett said, I feel like we made the leap from the Flintstones to the Jetsons in like one day here. This is like what this is all about. It's fantastic. I think many of you know who the U.S. Green Building Council, who we are. I want to put this in a little bit of a larger context. We're the LEED people. For those, I think most of you know, we do the LEED certification. And I understand this project is on the way for LEED Gold. Congratulations, right on. We're looking for that plaque. And, this is spearheading really what's a global movement. Within the USGBC, we have tens of thousands of companies and organizations as members, probably millions of individuals throughout the world that are doing amazing work like that's happening here. There's certification going on in China, in India, in the US, in Europe, in Latin America. It's catching on all over the world. And I think, as most of you know, buildings are responsible for 40% of carbon emissions, right? 40% of carbon emissions. When we do green building, we can cut that in half on average, but this project did not stop at that. It's actually going for 0. Is that awesome? That's amazing. And the beautiful thing is you're going to be creating jobs and you're going to be building a new economy and you're going to make money. Now, how's that? You save the planet, you make money, you make people happy, and you give them a good job. I can't really think of anything that's much better than that, right? So, to me, I'm based in Northern California. I always feel really proud because I feel like we are the leaders, and the world does come here to look at what we do. And I always think there's sort of 3 things, and several of them have been mentioned by previous speakers, that we represent here, everyone here. And one is an inspiration. This is an inspiring place to be, and there are a lot of inspired people in our region. Innovation. We're known throughout the world for innovation. We created the internet. We're doing zero net energy. We're in the lead all over on many, many things. And the other is leadership, which has been mentioned. And this project really represents those 3 qualities to me in a very, very significant way. I was talking with Byron a couple of weeks ago. We're going to be doing a workshop together about this project for a conference we're having. And he was telling me about the project and the whole experience. And 2 things really stuck out in this conversation to me. One, he said, we've been doing this for 3 years, and we learned so much. When we got started on this, we didn't really know what was going to happen or how this was going to be. And that, to me, relates to the whole theme of collaboration and how so many different parts of our society and our economy need to work together in a productive way and learn together. And that's not going to happen unless people get beyond their silos and start working together. The other thing that he said that really struck me was, and you know what? Our trainees are going to be in this fabulous space. They're going to come out with a whole different view on what being an electrician is all about and what's possible in the world and what we can do with renewables. And they're going to be in a healthy place to learn with clean air and daylight. I mean, win-win, right? This is amazing. So I really want to congratulate everyone on the team. NECA and IBW, our chapter in Northern California are proud partners of many chapters of these organizations throughout Northern California. And this is a very special relationship for us. We're really pleased to have labor involved with our organization and pushing the ball forward. And lastly, I just want to close with, this is sort of the way we at USGBC think about what this kind of thing represents. And we talk a lot about vision, so I'm going to throw out our vision statement because I think it's really cool. And I think it actually, what's happening here today represents what I would posit that we all probably share this vision. And our USGBC vision is that buildings and communities will regenerate and sustain the health and vitality of all life within a generation. So, got that? Buildings and communities will regenerate and sustain the health and vitality of all life within a generation. And to me, that's what this represents. I am proud and pleased to be here. Congratulations to the whole team, and let's keep going. Let's see more of these happening throughout California and around the country. We're leading the way. Let's keep it up. Thank you all very much.
As I said in the beginning, we did not do this alone. That's kind of our theme tonight for me. We really didn't. One of the most important elements of achieving our goals is to have a design team that upheld the same standards and vision that we had. And we could not have had a better design team. I would really like to recognize FCG&E Architecture, Environmental Building Strategies, Cube LLC with Jake Brown, and Building Consulting Engineers. If you're here, please stand and be recognized. This building is phenomenal. You can't walk in there without feeling the natural light come through and without feeling the sense that you're in an environment that's healthier and better for us. So thank you to them, and I'll turn the time over to Victor.
Thank you. We wanted to take this time now to acknowledge the financial team that has worked very closely with us to make the Zero Net Energy Center a reality. We have with us from United Labor Bank, our close partners, Malcolm Hotchkiss, President and CEO, Terry Curley, Executive Vice President and Chief Credit Officer, Catherine Summer, Vice President and Credit Administrator. Without this team helping us to finance and roll out the construction, this building would not happen. We also want to thank from One Pacific Coast Bank, Randall Leach, Executive Vice President and Chief Credit Officer, Chem Bolkan, Vice President, and Russell Haycock, Vice President of One Pacific Coast Credit Committee. If you are here today, please stand. We want to thank you and recognize you.